The skincare industry has convinced women over 50 that better skin requires more products, more steps, and more expensive bottles. But smart shoppers know something different. They know which products are worth paying for, which ones are just expensive packaging, and where a $10 product can outperform a $100 one. Today, we're counting down the 10 skincare products that actually deserve a place in your routine after 50, and the simple rules that will stop you wasting money on the rest. Number 1. A gentle facial cleanser. Most cleansers spend somewhere between 30 and 60 seconds in contact with your skin before they disappear down the drain. That's not enough time for most active ingredients to do anything meaningful, regardless of what the front label promises you. Cosmetic chemists have said this plainly for years now. Peptides, retinol, and vitamin C printed on a face wash are mostly there for the label, not the result, because the entire formula is engineered to rinse cleanly away, not linger on skin the way a serum or moisturizer does. CeraVe's hydrating cleanser works precisely because it doesn't try to fight that basic math. Ceramides and hyaluronic acid, no aggressive foam chasing that squeaky clean feeling that usually just means your barrier got stripped in the process. It does the one job a cleanser actually has enough time on your skin to do, and it doesn't pretend to do more. Smart shoppers don't pay extra here. They quietly redirect that money toward the second half of this list, where it actually has a chance to matter. A $40 body wash can genuinely smell like a 5-star hotel. It can make an ordinary Tuesday shower feel like a small event. But once you rinse it away, your skin has no idea whether that foam came from a designer bottle or a drugstore pump. Number 2, body wash. This one has a slightly different problem than the cleanser. It's not really about contact time. It's about what you're actually buying. A fragrance-free, ceramide-based body wash, the kind CeraVe or nearly any decent drugstore brand already makes well, cleans exactly as effectively as the version with gold flecks and a designer name on it. What the luxury version is really selling is the fragrance, the foam, the few minutes of feeling pampered before the water runs cold. That's a completely legitimate thing to want out of a Tuesday morning. It's just worth knowing that's what you're paying for. It's an experience purchase wearing a skincare label, not a skincare purchase. Number 3, cleansing balm or oil. This is where the math actually flips in the other direction. A cleansing balm isn't a rinse-off product pretending to do more than physics allows. It's one product that genuinely replaces 3, a dedicated makeup remover, a first-step cleanse for anyone wearing daily sunscreen. And the reason a second, gentler water-based cleanser actually gets to finish its job properly instead of fighting through a full day of buildup. Dermatologists describe this 2-step process as double cleansing, and the honest version of that advice matters here more than the trendy version. If you wear water-resistant sunscreen or long-wear makeup on a regular basis, a single water-based wash often doesn't fully remove it, and a balm formulated specifically to emulsify that residue earns its place in your routine. If you don't wear either one daily, you likely don't need this extra step at all, and adding it anyway can leave skin drier than it needs to be. CeraVe's makeup-removing cleanser balm handles this with ceramides and jojoba oil instead of harsher solvents that strip more than they should. One product, 3 jobs, and it's the last thing on this list where spending less is still clearly the smarter move. That's 3 products in, and you've probably noticed the pattern by now without anyone spelling it out. Nobody's telling you to buy less overall. You're being told to stop overpaying for products that never stay on your skin long enough to matter, specifically so that money becomes available for the ones that genuinely do. Before the next product, one more habit worth breaking, and this one has nothing to do with an ingredient at all. Look at the cost per ounce, not the price printed on the shelf tag. Small containers feel more precious sitting on a counter. That feeling is packaging doing its job well, not the formula doing anything meaningfully different underneath it. Buy the biggest size you'll actually finish before it expires, not simply the biggest size available on the shelf that day. More on exactly why at the end of this list. Number 4, body moisturizer. In an international survey of board-certified dermatologists, more than a third said their patients take diligent care of their face and largely forget the rest of their body exists at all. 87% of those same dermatologists said moisturizing the body matters just as much as moisturizing the face, sometimes more, depending on the season. The most neglected areas, by their own ranking, legs and feet first, followed by the neck, then arms and elbows. A cream like Eucerin Advanced Repair, built around ceramides and urea, addresses a simple fact nobody likes to think about. The skin on your arms and legs is aging at exactly the same rate as your face. It just never gets a product budget, a nightly routine, or a second thought. Podiatrists have a running joke about the moisturizer aisle. Everyone's chasing new ingredients while ignoring the one that's been sitting in their own waiting rooms for decades. That rough, whitish patch of skin on your heels that no amount of ordinary body lotion ever seems to actually reach. The one you keep meaning to deal with before sandal season? That's precisely the problem this next ingredient was built to solve. Number 5. Urea cream. Here's an ingredient most skincare marketing quietly ignores entirely, while podiatrists have relied on it for decades without needing to explain themselves to anyone. At 2 to 5%, urea hydrates the skin, pulling in water the way a humectant normally would. At around 10%, it softens rough, thickened patches that have built up over months of standing, walking, and simply living in shoes. At 20 to 40%, it becomes genuinely keratolytic, meaning it actively helps dissolve and remove the buildup on heels and elbows that a standard moisturizer just sits on top of without changing anything underneath it. Same single ingredient, 3 completely different jobs depending entirely on concentration, which is exactly the kind of detail a beauty aisle never bothers explaining anywhere on the front of the bottle. Products like Eucerin's Urea Repair line spell out the actual percentage because the percentage is the entire point of the product, not a footnote buried in fine print. Count the specialized products currently sitting in a typical bathroom cabinet for lips, cuticles, cracked heels, and overnight barrier repair. Now compare that shelf to the price of one plain $5 jar that does the same job for all 4. Number 6. Petroleum jelly, or aquaphor. Here's the part that actually surprises people. Your $5 jar of petroleum jelly has more documented clinical history behind it than most $200 overnight masks currently sitting next to it on a Sephora shelf. It's not a trendier ingredient wearing a boring name. It's the original occlusive, the one every fancier barrier repair formula is quietly trying to recreate with more marketing attached. Lips, cuticles, cracked heels, irritated, overworked skin that's had a rough week. The technique dermatologists now call slugging, sealing in moisture overnight with an occlusive layer, is essentially this same jar wearing a trendier name and a better Instagram account. One product does what 5 specialized items are currently being sold to do separately, each with its own 5-star reviews, its own influencer partnership, and its own individual price tag attached. Smart shoppers don't need 5 jars for 5 body parts. They need one that already works on all of them. The skincare industry didn't just sell you products over the last few decades, it sold you fragmentation. One face got quietly divided into separate markets: eye cream, neck cream, night cream, day cream, each with its own dedicated shelf space and its own dedicated marketing budget. Number 7. Facial moisturizer. Walk past all 4 of those on the same shelf, and you'll usually find overlapping ingredient lists dressed up as entirely separate solutions to entirely separate problems. A genuinely good facial moisturizer, something like Vanicream, built without fragrance, dye, or the common irritants that start causing real problems after 50, handles most of what those specialty products are individually claiming to do, often at a fraction of the combined cost. To be fair, some specialized products do solve a real, genuinely separate problem. A targeted eye cream with caffeine specifically for puffiness, for instance, or a retinol formulated at a lower strength for thinner skin around the eyes. The honest question smart shoppers ask isn't whether specialty products are ever useful, because sometimes they genuinely are. It's whether the specific one in your hand is actually a different product or just a different label on the same underlying formula. Most people compare vitamin C serums the same way, by the number printed on the front of the bottle. Smart shoppers are quietly comparing something else entirely, something no percentage on a label will ever tell you. Whether the vitamin C is still alive by the time it actually reaches your skin. Number 8. Vitamin C serum. This is the one place on this entire list where the cheapest option isn't automatically the smart one, and it's worth being precise about exactly why that is. L-ascorbic acid, the most researched and most effective form of vitamin C, is chemically unstable by nature. Formulation science on this point is remarkably consistent. A 10% serum at the correct low pH, packaged in an opaque, airless container, will reliably outperform a 20% serum with the wrong pH sitting in a clear dropper bottle on a sunny windowsill. Concentration and stability are genuinely separate variables, and most vitamin C serums fail silently on the second one, oxidizing away before you ever notice the telltale color change that signals it's stopped working. Timeless's vitamin C serum gets the underlying fundamentals right, correct pH, proper protective packaging, without charging a premium purely for a name on the label. Smart shoppers don't automatically default to the cheapest bottle here. They're specifically buying formulation, not a percentage printed in large type. Stand in the anti-aging aisle long enough, and you'll see the same active ingredient wearing 4 or 5 completely different price tags, depending entirely on which jar it happens to be sitting in that week. Number 9. Retinoid. Think of retinoids as one family, not a lineup of competing brands. They're not identical to each other, but they're all working toward the exact same destination inside your skin. Retinol, retinaldehyde, and adapalene all eventually convert into the same active form once they're inside skin, just through a different number of chemical steps to get there. Fewer steps generally means faster, stronger results, and typically a slightly longer adjustment period while skin gets used to the increase. The ingredient itself does the actual work. The brand name printed on the box doesn't contribute anything meaningful to that underlying chemistry. Differin, sold over the counter as 0.1% adapalene, spent 2 full decades as a prescription-only drug before earning approval to sit on a regular drugstore shelf in 2016. And it remains one of the most extensively studied ingredients in this entire category of skincare, backed by decades of clinical use. Most trendier retinoids simply haven't accumulated yet. Paying significantly more for a retinoid rarely buys you a meaningfully better retinoid underneath the packaging. It usually just buys nicer packaging wrapped around the same basic chemistry. Ask a dermatologist which single product matters most after 50, and nearly all of them will give you the same answer before you finish the question. Number 10. Sunscreen. Everything else on this list solves a problem that already exists somewhere on your skin. This is the only product where the entire job is preventing a problem before it ever gets the chance to start in the first place. Photoaging, the wrinkling, thinning, and discoloration most people spend the rest of their routine actively trying to reverse is driven overwhelmingly by cumulative. Unprotected sun exposure accumulated over decades, not by a single bad summer 2 years ago. A mineral sunscreen built on zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, CeraVe's 100% mineral sunscreen, among the more reliable and affordable drugstore versions, does the one job nothing else on this entire list is capable of substituting for. Every other product here is working to repair, hydrate, or slow something down. This is the only one whose entire function is making sure there's less damage to repair next year in the first place. The smartest purchase in skincare was never the one promising to undo damage that's already happened. It's the one quietly preventing the need for that promise from ever coming up. That's the 10, but there are 3 shopping rules underneath this entire list, the ones that matter more than any single product on it, because they'll still be true long after these 10 products stop being the newest thing on the shelf. The most expensive skincare product in your bathroom might not be the one with the highest price tag. It might be the smallest bottle. Cost per ounce, not the number on the shelf tag, tells you the real markup being charged. Across the skincare category, the spread between the cheapest and most expensive product per milliliter runs more than 30 times over, and a large share of that gap is packaging and bottle size, not more active ingredient inside. Eye creams are the clearest example. A 15 milliliter jar priced at $80, $100, even $150 is treated as completely normal in that specific category. And the tiny, heavy jar is doing real psychological work, signaling concentration and rarity that the formula itself often doesn't back up. Buy the biggest size you'll actually finish before it expires. A tiny jar is rarely more concentrated than a large one. It's usually just smaller, wrapped in nicer packaging, designed to make you feel that size difference as quality. Rule 2. Read the active ingredient before you read the brand name printed above it. Adapalene matters more than the word luxury on the box. Zinc oxide matters more than whichever celebrity's name happens to be attached to the sunscreen bottle this particular year. Urea at 20% does the same job whether it costs $6 or $60. The active ingredient is doing the actual work regardless of who's selling it to you, how it's photographed, or which airport billboard you saw it on. And rule 3, the one underneath everything else on this entire list, the one worth remembering long after you've forgotten every product name mentioned here, spend more on what stays on your skin. Spend less on what you rinse away in 30 seconds and never see again. That single distinction explains almost every choice on this list. From the cleanser you shouldn't overpay for to the vitamin C serum, where formulation genuinely justifies the extra cost. It'll keep explaining your next purchase too, long after some other brand convinces you it's invented something entirely new. Drop in the comments, which of these 10 are you already using, and which one are you adding to your routine?